Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your motherfucking boy, Big Roof. Tell your mama Rufus came by. Welcome to the Culture Podcast 313. The podcast that speaks the culture, knows the culture, etc., etc. 20 years plus in this game. So I'm certified to speak on whatever I want to speak on, whether you believe it or not. Ask around, ask your favorites and favorites about me. If they don't know about me, some of their people know about me. Anyway, it's been a lot going on in the culture over this past couple of years, but specifically what I wanted to speak on today was about the Kid L situation. Now, when I originally caught hold of Kid L, I understood what he was doing, but I didn't understand how could somebody that, and listen, this ain't me speaking bad on the motherfucker, nor hate. How can a motherfucker that's not of this culture speak on this culture? Like, I just don't get it for the life of me. I sat back and watched him and listened to a lot of the shit he said. The motherfucker say he basically didn't get up on this new wave of Detroit hip-hop till Sada Baby. He said he was helping shoot videos for Sada Baby, which is cool. I ain't hating on that, none of that shit. But you do know it's a culture way before Sada Baby that gave Sada Baby the crack door to be able to even walk through, to even be able to become Sada Baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sada Baby. But what I'm saying is, if you just getting on hip hop, then Detroit hip hop, the our culture, not the Eminems that upper echelon. I'm speaking on the niggas who come out the mud, the niggas who been in the fucking the open mics, the niggas who was, you know, out in the mix when nobody saw you ever. I've been in this culture a long time and I ain't never seen you no motherfucking. Even back to when you said you got in this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen you no motherfucking word, and I've been in damn near every fucking venue in this whole entire city. You understand what I'm saying? With the niggas who you know now, to be those niggas, I remember when they ain't had shit. I remember when they was on the come up trying to figure this shit out. So when I see, and again, this ain't no diss or no hating or no clout chasing. I'm just speaking on, I feel like it's unfair for a person of your race, your nationality, to speak on our culture. You have no fucking idea. All you know is what motherfuckers telling you. You learning along the way, which is cool. But when a nigga get to speaking that history, I notice you don't really be knowing shit. So how can a motherfucker like you come in and capitalize off the lives and the struggle and the hustle of Detroit motherfuckers? Like, I have no, it's just mind-boggling for a nigga like me, because I pay dues in this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? So, a lot, and I want to talk to a lot of the Detroit artists too. A lot of us tend to dick rap, and I say this with all due respect. When y'all see something catch a little buzz, y'all jump right on it, and it's no, like, where's the principles and the morals behind this shit? Like, you'll jump on a nigga shit that you have no idea about this motherfucker, but because his shit got a little buzz, you would jump on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the business behind it, or if niggas paying y'all to do this shit, but what about Lil Ski Rock and them who got their podcast up and coming? You get what I'm saying? Why not go on there and help uplift they shit? But instead, you go to the motherfucker who is vulturing off this culture. I don't give a fuck. Listen, for the niggas who have been on there and y'all praise him and all that, that's cool. I'm speaking for me. How is it that we go to the vulture of this culture for notoriety? Like, you know what I mean? There's so many other places we could go. And again, I ain't saying don't fuck with dude, but if you gonna go fuck with dude, make sure he know what the fuck he talking about. He ain't just having you on there for your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, he don't know shit about you. He got you on his show and don't know a motherfucking thing about you. I think that's vulture. I don't want you on my show and I ain't did my history on you, or I don't know no history on you. And not saying new niggas can't, I don't want new niggas, but what I'm saying is if I'm gonna have a wine on this motherfucker, or if I'm gonna have a hell of a, I know a lot of shit about hell of a. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just gonna have him because, oh, let me get hell of a, and I don't even know nothing about hell of a. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that. Like, I want hell of a on this bitch because I feel like his story need to be heard. I know a lot about this story. Like, I ain't just gonna be sitting up there shaking my head. Yeah, like, I'm a nigga who can relate to some of them stories he talking about, etc., etc. dude like Kid L, he don't be knowing shit. If y'all listen to these interviews, that nigga don't know shit. You know what? He know a Detroit hip hop culture? Eminem. And we all know, no disrespect to him, M was a different, I ain't gonna say he a different part of this culture, but like M kind of just shot on past what the fuck everybody else been through. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking what he been through. I'm saying when you talk the Detroit underground hip hop scene, like niggas wasn't, well at least niggas like me, niggas in my era, it wasn't really about no Eminem. You get what I'm saying? Like it was about them niggas in them local goddamn open mics. You know what I'm saying? And niggas like those was dying to get a beat from Hello. I don't know if you know shit like that, but like it was a real grind. It wasn't just, you know, handed to you. Like now you can probably get with Helly a little easier. You know what I'm saying? And not like that, but I'm just saying like it was a process. If you was able to get some hell of a shit back then, nigga, it was a channel you had to go through. You know what I'm saying? To try to get with Helly in one of his studios or whatever. And it's weird for me, bro. So I'm wondering how do a nigga lose his sponsorship? Like people call him culture bro. See, I think when we say that word, a lot of us we look at it like a different way, like it's dogging the nigga out. But nah, nigga, it's just telling the truth. Like, bro, if niggas ain't hip to you and up on you like that, it's something that ain't, the math ain't math. The math ain't math. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know you from nowhere. Not saying I gotta know you, but this goddamn Detroit hip hop culture, nigga, I know a whole lot about it, been in it. Some of your favorites, nigga, I've dealt with, got music with, you know, been in the same places as these folks, you know, chopped it up, whatever it may be. Did that. I don't think you really did none of that. You know what I'm saying? You helped out with Sada videos and started shooting for Sada. Great. I salute that. But before that, you don't know shit. And then had the nerve to say shit like, I don't really fuck with the Detroit rap music like that. This era. Like, I get it. Everybody entitled to their own opinion. But when you say, and then you specific, you said a Babyface Ray, like, I don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. Like, how can you have these motherfuckers on your platform and you don't even fuck with that shit? And not saying you have to have them on your platform, but you ain't even got a clue about what the fuck going on in the culture. So basically, that's telling me you getting motherfuckers because they got a hot face. You don't really know shit about them. You ain't really doing your research on these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, Babyface Ray is one of the goats around this motherfucker. Whether you want to believe it or not. And you say, I don't that type of shit in my playlist. Like, I don't know how y'all took it, but I kind of took it. You know what I'm saying? In a way, like, well, damn. You eating off the culture of this shit, and you not even, like, trying to understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit been a process, my man. Whether you know it or not, this shit started from here to here to here to here, and then here you came. You get what I'm saying? You hear all them steps before it even got to you? Like, from here to here to here to here, and then you start coming around. You know what I'm saying? So, whether you was here or not, this shit was gonna do what it was gonna do. You just jumped in at a good time, and how really people start just gravitating to your shit like that, I ain't really sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it's because of the artist that you had on this motherfucker. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that, not taking away from what you doing, but I'm saying it's like you just came in this motherfucker, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm saying from what I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying? You just jumped in this motherfucker, bro, and started vulturing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many others who put the groundwork in and all this shit. You know what I mean? And not to say, you know, shit don't happen for others before others, but I'm saying, like, bro, this culture here, this a black culture. And I hate to even use color, but it is what the fuck it is. You get what I'm saying? Like, where your culture, you ain't putting none of them on your show. Where your people at on your show? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, bro. I really don't understand. So I would love for you to help me understand. Or matter of fact, let's do this. Since you about the culture, how about sit down with one of these podcasts? It ain't gotta be me. It could be anybody here who's doing something. How about have a sit down with them and have this same conversation? You know what I'm saying? Let us interview you. Ask you some questions about this culture. And see if you certified to speak on this shit, how you be speaking. And if I'm wrong, I will gladly get on motherfucking air and say, you know what, he hip. He is one of us. Cause believe it or not, you gotta be one of us. I don't give a fuck what nobody gotta say, nigga. You gotta be one of us. If you're gonna be a part of this culture, you got to be one of us. You got to be one of us. You know what I'm saying? So I would advise you to do more homework on the culture before you got here. You get what I'm saying? Because it can't just start from when you got here. Like, it's history beyond this shit. You gotta do research and your due diligence on this shit before you can even speak or be certified to speak on certain shit. Like, who stamped you? And not saying you gotta get stamped, but niggas, hey, you gotta get stamped. It's been that way for years. Like, somebody gotta be like, yeah, he. You know what I'm saying? You just jumped in this motherfucker and you in here. And I blame the culture too, but goddamn it, somebody gotta say something about it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta speak on it. I ain't the only one feel this way. And again, this ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying? You done had some of my family members on that motherfucker. So this is not no hate. This is just my own personal feelings about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard you say something, you say, Peasy blocked me. You know what I'm saying? On Instagram. So the fuck what? Like, what? So? To me, that was you, like, you know, that's some clickbait. You get what I'm saying? Like, to try to, I don't know, but it just be sounding weird. So what? If a nigga blocked you on there, so you done blocked plenty niggas. Niggas in your comments telling you, I paid you to be on your show, blah, 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 blah. Next thing I know, I'm blocked and this and that and third. I ain't saying you took their money and blocked them. I'm saying y'all did business. And then all of a sudden, you don't want to fuck with these guys no more. Maybe they ain't big enough for you, but they was big enough for you to take their money. If you fuck with this culture like that, nigga, you ain't supposed to be taking no money from nobody right now. You ain't that motherfucking big. So again, that's eating off, you know, like, and niggas, listen, ain't nothing wrong with getting your money. It's how you do it, though. It's how you doing it. Come on, man. Niggas doing business with you, next thing you know, you blocking niggas and shit. Like, come on. And maybe he was getting on your motherfucking nerve, but it was something that he wasn't happy with, or whatever the case may have been. I'm just saying, you taking niggas' money and then blocking them, and then get on here and say, Peasy blocked me. So the fuck what, man? So what? Again, man, do your motherfucking due diligence and homework on this shit, man, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? As you see, that shit can go overnight. Your shit can be gone. Sponsors left you or whatever happened. I don't know the exact details, but I'm just going off what your post said. The sponsors left and the show is, what you say? The show is basically like, we'll let y'all know what's gonna happen with the show. If it's about the love of the culture for real, do that shit yourself. We know this shit don't cost $1 million to sit in front of this camera and talk shit and get your interviews. Keep doing it. You gonna run when the sponsors leave? No, nigga. No. Keep fighting. Now this approve if you about the culture for real. Keep on thugging it. Keep on thugging it. If you just walk away from this shit now, then it's suspect. It's already suspect. But keep thugging it, nigga. You already got the platform to do what you need to do. One door closed, another one open. Keep on doing it. I'm sure you done made enough money off this shit where you can keep this shit going. You know what I mean? This your motherfucking man, Big Roo. Tell your mama Rufus came by, signing out. Shout out to the city, man. Shout out to the motherfucking city. Y'all been doing y'all goddamn thing. Salute to Doug for doing what he did for the city. Put on a hell of a show. Salute to the city for showing up, not acting an ass. Salute to Doughboy Cash Out, Team Eastside, because to me that's what it was all about. Fuck all the other artists who came. Salute to them too, but goddamn it, Team Eastside, Doughboy Cash Out, you know, was able to put differences aside and show up on the same goddamn stage and get a city what we've been wanting for years. You feel what I'm saying? Get a city what the fuck we've been wanting for years. Salute to y'all, man. We out. The Culture Podcast 313.